on it right now. There is a tornado warning continuing with it. It's heading on up towards Shamrock, so you see the hook there still very much evident northwest of Kendrick and about 15 miles northwest of Stroud right now. Let's go back to the storm tracker and look at the one coming into Shawnee. And Hank Baker is back with us again. Now, Hank, what do you see?
Hey, Mike, I am about 3.5 miles due west of Highway 102 on Highway 9, looking due north at this circulation. And it is, give me 1 second here to pull over. It is really hard to get a visual on this because of the trees, but there is a huge, large, rotating circulation just to my north, Mike, which is going to put that just 1, 2, 3, 4 miles west of 102 and approximately about 2 miles north of Highway 9. So that would put that about 2 miles to the south and southwest of the Shawnee Reservoir. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Hank, copy that. Now, based on where you are, what do you think about your visual when that approaches you? How do you feel about that? You have a good look at it?
Yes, sir, I do have a good look, and there's rapid rotation going on. My best assessment, without being able to see the ground because of the thick trees in this area, is that there is a large, violent tornado on the ground. I'm looking about, it's sitting approximately 1 to 2 miles straight north of me here on Highway 9, and it looks like it's going to skirt Highway 9 unless it decides to turn right really hard. It looks like it's going to stay just to the north of Highway 9. Mike, back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. Hank, so it is definitely approaching your area. We want to just kind of basically keep talking to you. And, you know, Hank's chased a lot of storms. I think this one is kind of outflow dominant here. I'm not real sure that's got, see that? I mean, it's got a little spin to it. There's a storm down southeast of Midwest City that's got a little bit of a spin to it. There's some pretty good hail right now in South Midwest City. That's probably ping pong ball size. It's going to be just south of the Tinker Diagonal, right over Tinker Air Force Base. This storm right here, but it's got a little spin to it. But right now, it doesn't look too well organized. Yeah, Hank Baker, talking about this storm here. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like a definite tornado tucked back in there on the ground. I'm starting to be able to see some debris. Yeah, definitely on the ground, Mike. It is on the ground, and I'm still in the same position. I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm about 4 miles to the west of 102, sitting on Highway 9. The tornado would be on the ground approximately 2 miles to my north. So that's going to put it about 1, 2, about 2.5 to 3 miles straight southwest of Shawnee Reservoir. And, Mike, it looks really large, and it looks very violent. Back to you.
Large, violent tornado just southwest of Twin Lakes. What, Robert?
There may be 2. We're hearing northwest of Pink.
Northwest of Pink. Getting several reports from several trackers, 2 slightly different locations. But Hank Baker is confirming large, violent tornado on the ground north of Pink, southwest of Twin Lakes. Folks, if you're not below ground or out of the way, you're not safe. It's just that simple, and you just can't mince words about this. You've got to be out of the way or below ground. Look at the debris ball. Look at the debris ball coming up on Twin Lakes right now. It's going to go right across Twin Lakes, and that is a large debris ball that is confirming exactly what Hank Baker is saying. And folks, it's heading right through Shawnee. Bob Moore Chopper 4 is arriving on the scene right now. It is heading directly for Shawnee as a large, violent tornado. Hank Baker, are you still with us?
Yes, Mike, I am. I'm on Highway 9, and I'm headed back to the east now. I'm looking straight north, and it is due north of me anywhere from about 2 to 4 miles with violent rotation. I'm going to try to get over to 102 and look back and try to get north just a little bit to tuck in a little further to find out exactly more about what's going on in there, Mike. Mike, back to you.
Okay, Hank, appreciate that. Folks, you're hearing the reports here from our trackers in the field. There's just no two ways about this. You've got to be out of the way or below ground. You've got to know somebody that has a basement or a storm cellar. The interior closet or bathroom isn't going to cut it. It is not going to be able to save your life. And that's what the name of the game is here, is about saving the lives on days like this, because this is a violent tornado outbreak, and this is a big violent tornado on the ground right now. It's going right over Twin Lakes. And, you know, don't think that you can find something sturdy above ground and feel safe, because you're not going to be safe. You've got to be out of the way or below ground. Interior closet or bathroom, not good enough. Out of the way or below ground. Safe room or a storm cellar. It is heading directly into Shawnee as well. Hank Baker is still tracking it live. Hank, what do you see?
Yeah, Mike, I'm still looking. I'm still on Highway 9. I'm heading east now, back to 102, and then I'll head north on 102 to get a better visual on this. But I'm still seeing strong, violent rotation with this storm. It looks like it may have jogged to the north just a little bit, so it may be just a bit more than 2 or 3 miles north of Highway 9. Looks like heading up toward just pretty close to the Shawnee Reservoir there, Mike. Back to you.
Okay, it's over the Twin Lakes right now. Let's go to the South Dop. Let's go to South Dop. It's actually over Twin Lakes. There's the debris ball. Here's Dale. This is I-40 right here. Hank Baker's at Highway 9 and 152. Hank Baker's is right here is where Hank is. There's 9. There's 102. Hank's right here looking at it. So he's like 2.5 miles away from it, looking to the northwest. It is actually over Twin Lakes right now. It is over Twin Lakes, Bethel Acres, up to as far north as Dale, Shawnee Mall. The Shawnee Mall needs to be evacuated. The Shawnee Mall needs to be evacuated. Folks, you can't go about your normal daily stuff on a Sunday afternoon. These things are going to wipe things clean when it goes through. It's a large, violent tornado. Shawnee Mall needs to be evacuated. Shawnee Mall, if you're going to hold on to your folks, you've got to get them into that designated shelter, but I wouldn't even recommend that. They need to be evacuated so they can get below ground or out of the way. It is heading for Shawnee Mall. Shawnee right here. There's Tecumseh right there. Bethel Acres is over Twin Lakes right now. Hank Baker, are you still with us?
Yes, sir. I am on Highway 9 approaching 102 now, fixing to turn to my north. I should have a lot better visual here within about 60 seconds or so, Mike.
Okay, Hank Baker, stand by. Emily Sutton joins us live. Emily? Go ahead, Emily, you're on. There's Emily's live stream.
There she is again. There.
So amazing.
You're on, Emily. Go.
Mike, we have the tornado live right in front of us. Now, of course, it's occluded by trees. A large tornado on the ground, rotating fast.
Okay, tell us where you are. Are you looking northbound here? Is that right?
We are located, we are just 2 miles west of Bethel Acres. Off of 102.
Off of 102 Bethel Acres. So it's going right in front of Emily right now.
Yeah, we're going to have to backtrack now. It's been so challenging to get around these trees. I can't even get a view for you. Like, it's all trees everywhere. But once we got a view, oh my gosh, it was rotating rapidly. And guys, this is a big tornado headed towards you. My heart sinks to the people that are in the path of this tornado, guys. It is not looking good. We're gonna try and stay on top of it. And Mike, please have somebody monitoring me so that when I get it again, we can get me on air right away, because we had a perfect shot of it, and we're going to get closer to it again. I'm going to head a little bit further north, possibly a little bit further east to catch up with it.
Emily Sutton joins us live from 102 just north of Highway 9. He's very close to where Hank Baker is located. Large, violent tornado continues on the ground. Let's go to the storm tracker. Say, Robert, what?
Wedge on the ground.
Wedge on,
it's going to be added to the warning.
Wedge on the ground. It's a wedge on the ground. Many confirmations. Wedge on the ground. It's heading into Shawnee. Twin Lakes, Fire Lake Casino. Fire Lake Casino should be evacuated. Shawnee Mall should be evacuated. You can't go about your normal stuff. This is a violent, large tornado that will wipe stuff clean. Bad news. Fire Lake Casino 630, which is coming up right now. It's just to the southwest of Fire Lake right now. And then we're talking about OBU at 645. Chopper 4, power flashes live. John Welsh is on the scene. John, what do you have?
But I like the looks ahead of us, Travis.
John, you are on the air, and you've got power flashes from this violent tornado. Go.
Camera on the left.
John is just arriving on the scene with a full tank of Jet A. He bounced over here at Channel 4 to get some Jet A. And he's got a full tank of gas, and he's now arriving on the scene of this violent tornado with power flashes that is heading into Shawnee. You're looking at it live here on News Channel 4. John Welsh joins us now live. Hank Baker, Emily Sutton.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you're there. Go, John.
All right, hey, Mike. Hey, let me tell you where we're at. I'm about 6 miles northeast of Shawnee Airport, getting absolutely drilled with some heavy rain here. I'm down here about 400, 500 feet above the ground. Visibility in this is actually pretty low. Just now breaking out. As you can see, this is a very electric storm. This is over Shawnee, so we're coming now. I'm now straight east of Shawnee Airport, about 6 miles. We're going to come around the, I guess, the east side of the storm, come back in, and we should pick that storm up, hopefully, after it crosses the Shawnee Lakes. Once you come in from Shawnee Lakes, you're going to come into towards the OBU area and the airport there. So we're going to try and pick it up right there about the airport and follow it in. But again, Mike, this is from our vantage point. We're in some heavy rain here, but we're finally starting to break out. So we're just getting south of it, and we should have you pictures of it within 4 or 5 minutes.
Hey, it is crossing 102 right now. Is Hank Baker with us?
Yes, Mike, this is Hank. I am on 102. I am exactly 2 miles north of Highway 9 on 102. Looking off to my north, just saw the tornado. It looked like it was crossing 102, moving to the east right in front of me. And what I'm doing now is backtracking to the east on a dirt road, just about 1.5 miles south of Bethel Acres to get a better. Oh, my gosh, that thing is incredible. That is a large, violent tornado. People in the path of this need to take cover immediately. It is strong, and it is going strong, Mike. It looks like it's going to be on the ground for quite a while. From my position, it looks like it's going to go really close or right over Bethel Acres, Mike. I've just...
Yep, there's Emily right there. Go, Emily, go.
Mike, you can see it moving across your screen right now. Large tornado on the ground. Large tornado on the ground.
It's crossing 102 right now.
You can see it. Can you see it moving across?
We can. We have it. Large tornado.
We're located a half a mile northwest of Bethel Acres. It is quickly moving east. Guys, this is a huge tornado on the ground. Oh, my gosh.
Folks, it is heading for Shawnee Mall. This is heading for Shawnee Mall and, of course, the town of Shawnee. You folks in Shawnee Mall, if you're watching us, you got to take your folks to that designated safe area, and you got to do it now. And let me tell you something. I'd be, if I were in Shawnee Mall right now with this heading toward me, I'd be concerned even being inside a Shawnee Mall in their designated storm area, like inside a bathroom. I'd be worried. I'd be worried.
Power flashes! Power flashes!
This is bad news.
Mike, power flashes!
Fire Lake Casino is just on the northern side of the circulation.
We've got a good view of it. Mike!
We have it, Emily. Go.
Okay, we just saw big power flashes, Mike. You have a very clear view of it in the middle of your screen right now. Wow, it's moving fast. We just saw multiple power flashes.
Chopper 4 needs to be hovering over.
It's racing to the east. Large tornado on the ground. Rapid rotation. This is a large cylinder on the ground.
Barrel. You can see it in the haze.
It's a barrel. You can see it in the haze. Maybe we can zoom in.
It's just to the right of the telephone pole. See the telephone pole? Look just to the right of the telephone pole, halfway to the side of that house. It's a barrel. It's a large barrel is what it is. Okay, there it is right there. Boom. A large barrel.
Mike, I saw those
Guys, this is a grinder.
I saw those power flashes.
It's a grinder, and it's heading for Shawnee Mall. You know, folks text people. Text them. If you have folks at Shawnee Mall or you've got folks in Shawnee, you text them right now and you tell them what's going on and tell them what they have got to do, because we're telling you what you got to do, and you can't be in the path of this thing and survive unless you're below ground in a safe room, storm cellar, or basement. Otherwise, you may not make it. This is bad news. This stuff wipes stuff clean, including it'll try to wipe clean shopping malls. You can't be in the path of this tornado and necessarily survive unscathed. It's that bad. The Shawnee Mall is now closed. Good. Good. Get the word out. The Shawnee Mall is